Hello to everybody, this is the Best of Chess and I'm FIDE Master Bojan Jovanovic. Today we will have a lesson about overloading of pieces. And piece is overloaded when one piece is not able to protect any more couples of threats. Mostly overloading of pieces is connected with deflection, half pinning and pinning. I will show you that on the illustrative examples, and then we will go to have a couple of practical examples. And okay, this is our first illustrative example. We're looking from white side, and white is on the move in this position. Let's start with our usual thinking process. We can see that white has a queen, rook, bishop and 5 pawns, and black on the other side has queen, 2 rooks and 5 pawns. So black is exchange up, and from a material point of view black is better, of course. Now we'll go to qualitative analyze, and we can see that this king on g1 can be very weak because of black attack on this f2 pawn. Queen on c3 is creating this pinning of this queen on f6 for protection of this king on h8. Bishop on b3 is also very active, participating in this attack on black king, and rook is controlling 7th rank, so rook is also very powerful. On the other side, black king is also very bad placed because of this pinning, and also pawn cover of this king is not in the best formation. So okay, rook on e2 is controlling this 2nd rank and attacking this pawn on f2. Queen is pinned for protection of king, and rook is protecting this queen on f6 and attacking through this king on this pawn on f2. And okay, we can see that minus in black position is of course this bad position of queen and king, and the queen is pinned for protection of this king, and we should try to use it by deflecting this rook from f8, which is protecting this queen. And okay, we will achieve that by playing rook d8. And okay, we can see now that this queen on f6 is overloaded. This queen is protecting king from check of this queen on c3, and also protecting this rook on f8, and this queen is not able to take on d8 this rook. And also rook on f8 is overloaded, protecting this 8th rank, and also protecting this queen on f6. And okay, in this position black can play the most logical moves. First one is rook e1 to give a check. Now white is not able to take on e1 because then black can take this rook on d8. So okay, king g2, removing this king from check. And okay, now again couples of possibilities for black. First one is to take rook d8, as I said before. Then this queen is unprotected, and white can take queen f6 instead of rook d8. Black can play also king h7, and now after rook f8, queen f8, rook e1, sorry, queen e1, white is bishop, white has additional bishop, so white is completely winning in this position. Instead of king h7, black could also play queen c3 to take this queen, but then this rook on f8 is unprotected, so rook f8 check, king g7. This king is attacking this rook on f8, and now white is using intermediate check, rook g8, and okay, now rook is protected. And after king f6, bc3, we can see that white is completely winning. Okay, a rook e1 was not so good option for black. Instead of rook e1, black can play also king h7, and after king h7, rook f8, queen f8, queen d3, we're using this double attack to win the material. And okay, after king g7, for instance, queen e2, we can see that white is completely winning. Now we'll go to our second illustrative example for today. This is our second example. We're looking from white perspective, and white is on the move in this position. We will start with estimation of the position. We can see that white has queen, 2 rooks, 2 bishops, and 5 pawns, and black has also queen, 2 rooks, a bishop, knight, and 5 pawns. So material is approximately equal. Black has this knight for bishop. So now we'll go to qualitative analyze, and we can see that white king is for the moment safe on c1, but can be in some danger of this x-ray attack of rook and queen. But okay, for the moment this king is safe, and we will say that this king is not in danger at the moment. Queen on g4 is very active, and okay, this queen can be moved on some way, some square where this queen will be able to create some mate attack on these dark squares around this black king. So okay, position of queen is very active. Rook on f7 and rook on f1 are very well placed, controlling this f file. Also this rook on f7 is fighting for control over this 7th rank, which is very important. Bishop on h6 is using this weakness of dark squares around black king, and creating potential mating threat on around black king. And bishop on c4 is protecting this c2 pawn from eventual attack. So okay, this bishop is obviously under big attack, and white is forced to find some really good and forced line to escape from material loss. Okay, now we can also see that black king on g8 is very weak because of weakness of dark squares around this king, and also active position of white pieces. Queen on c5 together with this rook on c7 is creating x-ray attack on this king, as I mentioned before, and in some variation this queen can also create mating net around the white king. Rook on e8 is defensive piece, which is protecting very important f8 square, and also this queen is protecting that square. I forgot to mention that before. Bishop on d5 is centralized, and this is a very strong piece in black camp, protecting this pawn on e6, and also attacking this bishop on c4, which is half pinned for protection of c2 pawn. And knight on e5 is attacking this rook on f7, and queen on g4, and bishop on c4. And okay, we can see that almost all of black pieces are well placed. White is on the move in this position, so white should try to find some forced line, or obviously white is going to lose material. And okay, as I said, white will try to use overloading of pieces, and in this particular example we will use this queen on c5, which is overloaded, protecting this f8 square, and also controlling this dark square in the center. And we will play queen d4. Now we can see that this queen is not able to take this queen on d4, because then after queen d4, rook f8 check, rook f8, rook f8 mate. So okay, it's not possible. If black tries to take knight f7. Then there is this weakness of dark squares around black king, and after queen g7 white won the game. And okay, instead of this move, possible continuation is also bishop c4, but then we will just remove one of the protectors of this f8 square, and again white is winning. And last option is to move this queen from the attack and to still protect this f8 square, but after this move queen e5, again deflecting, and okay, this queen is overloaded and it's not possible to take again because of rook f8, rook f8, rook f8 mate. So uh, white used this overloading of black queen to win this game, and this was very effective uh, example about overloading of pieces. Let's see one more illustrative example, and then we'll go to a couple of practical examples. This is one of the very famous position from Slav defense, and okay, we will start with estimation of the position. We're looking from white perspective, and white is on the move. We can see that white has queen, two rooks, two bishops, two knights, and 7 pawn, and black has the same number of pieces and pawns. And of course, we will start with qualitative analysis. We can see that white king on h1 is perfectly safe. Queen on h3 is attacking this position of black king and attacking this h7 pawn together with this bishop on d3, which is also very active. Rook on f1 is at the moment very passive, and okay, rook on c1 is fighting for the control over this open c file. Bishop on f4 is well developed, also supporting this knight on e5. Knight e5 is centralized and creates many threats about trading this knight for this bishop on d7, or to try to deflect this knight from f6 by playing a knight g4. And knight on c3 is also well developed, stopping black to play knight e4 in some situations. And okay, on the other side, black king is under attack at the moment, but theoretically this king is not still bad, so we cannot say that this king is weak. Queen on d8 is undeveloped. This rook on f8 is also very defensive, does not make some influence on the game. And okay, rook on c8 is fighting for the control over this c file, so this rook is strong. Bishop on d7 is somehow misplaced here. Knight is protecting, and this h7 pawn and this bishop on d7 also. And okay, bishop on e7 is well developed, controlling these important dark squares around in the center and around this black king. And knight on c4 is especially big plus in black position, creating a threat of taking this pawn on b2. And now we can see that, for instance, first candidate move of white is leading to this overloaded rook on c2, which is protecting this knight on c3 and this pawn on b2. And after knight b2 we can see this rook is overloaded, so black is better after this move. Instead of rook c2, white should try to use and to overload this knight on f6, which is protecting this h7 important square, and also this bishop on d7. And now very creative move, and that is move knight d5. So this is a very hard combination to find. And after knight d5, black has two options: to take this knight with his knight or with the pawn. So it is easily to conclude that after knight d5, queen h7 mate instead of knight d5, black can play also e d5, and of course this is much better move. But after knight d7 we're using this knight on f6 to overloaded him, and okay, black is not able to take on d7 again because of mate queen h7. And okay, after queen d7, obviously this knight on f7 is overloaded because this knight is protecting queen on d7, and also this pawn on h7. And because of that, white played bishop h7 check. Black is not able to take on h7 because of queen d7, and after king h8 we're using this cover attack, and white is winning after king g8 and bishop d7. Okay, now we'll go to one practical example, and that will be our last example for today. This is our last practical example for today, and we're looking in this position from black perspective, and black is on the move. Let's start with our usual thinking process. First step will be, like always, estimation of the position. We will start with quantitative analyze, and we can see that black has queen to rooks, bishop, knight, and 5 pawns, and on the other side white has queen to rooks, bishop, knight, and 6 pawns. So white is pawn up, and from material point of view white is slightly better. And now we'll go to qualitative analyze. We can see that king on g8 is perfectly safe. Queen on b6 is very active, controlling both flanks, also protecting this knight on b3. This knight on b3 is very strong because his blockade piece, which is in the front of this b2 pawn, and also attacking this c1 bishop. Rooks are controlling this open e and c file, and potentially can go into white camp and create some threats about controlling second rank or even first rank. Bishop on d7 is, for the moment, does not have any clear purpose, but okay, this bishop is very active, and there is couple of threats which can create this bishop by playing, for instance, bishop b5 at some moment, and to create and to use this bad geometry between white queen and white rook on f1. But okay, in this moment that is not possible because of this knight on b3 which is hanging. And okay, now we will take a look in white position, and we can see that this king on g1 is also very safe. Queen on d3 is active, attacking this knight on b3, and also supporting this pawn on d5, which is a passed pawn. Rook on f1 is for the moment very passive, and rook on b1 is also very passive. Bishop on c1 isn't developed for the moment, and knight on h4 is misplaced on the edge of the board. And okay, we can see that there is no big number of minuses in white position, so black should try to create them. And how to do that? Obviously we will use overloading of pieces, and okay, again we should find a way how to achieve that, and we will achieve that by playing rook c1, and after this move, rook from b to c1, knight c1, rook c1, we can see that now this rook on c1 is unprotected, also like this knight on h4, and we can use double attack to make troubles for white, sorry. And after queen h6, we can see that this rook on c1 and this knight on h4 are hanging, and only way to protect these both threats is queen c4. And also I would mention that this rook on first rank is pinned for protection of uh, this square on e1. So okay, queen c4 only move, and after this move we can see that this queen on c4 is overloaded, protecting this rook from attack and this knight on h4. So black played bishop b5, and okay, now white is forced to move this queen, let's say queen b5, and now queen c1, leading to clear winning position for black after queen f1, rook e1, and this queen is going to fall. This was a lesson about overloading of pieces. I hope you enjoyed. In next lesson we will take a look in more complex examples about overloading of pieces. For the best of chess, this was FIDE Master Boyan Ivanovic. See you soon.